Howdy folks, welcome back, Grease Gaming, and we got a Speaks video. Well, it's been a long time since we did one of these, huh? Yeah, it has been. Yeah, one of those videos. So, yeah, we haven't talked a while, so I thought, let's get in chat. There's a couple of reasons why we don't do a Speaks video in a while. You know, one, not a lot of stuff going on. Number two, not enough content for me to get into like a big video something like this, because for where Rod Speaks is for, things like that, or it's not really necessary at the time. Like, if we get a typical video out from some of the stuff I've done, usually a little knick-knack of me to talk about usually fills in the gaps, but I could put a specific video for that and make it good enough. But there's a lot of knickknacks that get together, then we can put it all in one big pile and make it into a Raz Speaks, which is where we're getting at today. So today we're going to talk about 8.0, the 8.0, the 8.01 hotfix, ranked battles, and of course, little any other PR stuff we're going to get through, of course. So let's go start with ranked battles, because that's where I feel a little more comfortable talking about right now, and definitely that is something I've been playing a lot, and it has given me quite the headache, I get to admit that myself, but it's also given me time to actually talk about what I actually thought about, what I thought the season was going to be like, and definitely if I was either right or wrong, because, you know, you predict something, were you right, were you wrong? Pretty much I think it was pretty close, spot on, actually, what I thought the season was going to be. A lot of fast-moving ships, getting into cap positions to get all the buffs really quickly, and try to support the team. Maybe. Boy, have I not seen that. Definitely there's been a lot of speedy ships out there, but there's also been a lot of the I'm going to go in there expecting my whole team to do it and suicide into 2 destroyers or into a Stalingrad's radar or Dimitri's radar with no gun support whatsoever, because I thought I had support, without like talking to the team and suiciding myself, getting me killed and somebody else getting killed in the process because I got killed. So it's just dominoes, and it just becomes to the point where like, why? Why, you fools, you do this? But that's just me screaming and yelling like a, kid crying about not getting his favorite toy. So, yeah, am I upset about it? No. But definitely, what I predicted was going to happen this season is definitely there, and hopefully everybody else has got ranked out this season, because I'm still struggling to get done. Because, yeah, I could use a Kazi, I could use a Black, or I can use a Musashi, or Baltimore maybe, or something else, like a cruiser that's actually pretty decent at this season. But really can't do that this season. I gotta do a challenge, and challenge as well this ship, the Izumo. And Izumo definitely is quite the better ship than it was before. And one of them is that gun accuracy. 2.0 Sigma definitely feels a lot better than it once was. Definitely a ship that I actually feel comfortable playing now, if I felt like it. So, yeah, there's that thing. So what's next, Raz? What else is out there? Well, definitely we gotta talk about the 8.0 and the hotfix that they did. Everything else that happened. So, 8.0 came out with the carriers. And a lot of loopholes were found in Shikaku, Midway, and Hakuryu, and Lexington, the upper tiers, to the point where they actually had to change a few things. Like, if you hit the F key immediately after striking, those planes now don't get any damage instantly. So it's one of those kind of broken things that are going on right now. Yeah, that was a good hit on the that Minotaur, but what do you expect? Come on, it was given. Anyway, it's been quite the catcher. So they're changing the amount of planes for the squadron, and squadrons has changed to 9, and the main attack group is 3. This is changing to all the tier 8, tier 10 carriers currently. Maneuvering A explosions are reduced to the damage received from air defense, even Maneuvering, yeah, allows you to reduce. We redistribute the efficiency of air defense between constant damage taken and the puffs of damage from explosions. The efficiency was increased for the former and decreased for the latter. So basically, you dodge, you might take less damage. But if you get in those puffs, you're going to get nuked. This is just to weaken everything down quite a bit. And a lot of this stuff got nerfed. The carriers got hit pretty bad. And hopefully a lot of the AA buffs, including the short range, is now inclusive to 30mm. It's going to actually buff up the ships like Atlanta, Pensacola, Dallas, battleships like Colorado and Arizona, to actually make them actually have a way to defend themselves against the changes, because there's a lot that they did. Sorry, I had to go take a breath there from talking. Yeah, so hopefully they get all these changes that you do buff up things and make it a little bit easier. But we'll see what happens, because it's still an early patch. It just came out yesterday. And, you know, it's gonna be interesting to see if actually the patch fixes most of these issues. Because definitely, as I said this before, a lot of people are like, oh my god, it's cancer now, I can't play this game anymore because the carriers just ruined the whole gameplay for me. Ugh, forget this. Just walk away from the game, tell them what you saw as a concern, stuff like that, and then hopefully Wargaming can see that. Honestly, that's the best way to see this. Talk to the forums, talk to people. They're willing to help you. Wargaming is not a game to ruin our experience, because if they actually ruin the experience, they're not going to make any money, because they're not getting your money if you're not actually enjoying the game. It's flat out. It's a game company. This isn't EA Games, for crying out loud, that knows how to ruin themselves and dig themselves in a hole with all these loot box issues. Oh man, sorry. That's like kicking a puppy, so to speak, with EA Games. But what do you expect from them? Come on. Anyway, so that's what I always said to people: don't jump on the bandwagon and immediately hate the game. Just talk to the forums, talk with Wargaming themselves over on the forum posts, explain your concerns, put a video out about it, see, you know, and put it on the forums that this is what you see, this is what's happening. Hopefully, then they can work on all these weaknesses, because all the bugs, the weaknesses, this is going to be happening, all these tweaks and balances, because it's going to bound to happen. It's not going to be the perfect system right out the front door. This is a whole game change to the game that we've had for multiple years. Hence the 8.0 patch. It's been a long time this game's been out. And now also on top of that, the carriers are going to stay like this. You mean, we saw British carriers. I'm sure you all have seen British carriers in this game. They're not going away. They're not going to go away one bit. Well, 1 second of all. It's going to stay. It's going to be here, and it's going to be here to stay. So, yeah. Just don't worry about it, guys. That's the way the game is. Another thing we definitely got to talk about is some of the ship changes. Like, Ismo. Thank you. A lot of the other ships, too, they buffed up. Colorado, they buffed. Some of the other ones, they definitely made them actually more enjoyable. The one thing, though, I have to say that I'm going to put my foot down is what I heard about the Giulio Cesare. Wargaming, I'm going to tell you one right now. Don't you dare do it. Are you insane? That's something that is dumb. It's not a very smart move to do. You already have enough hot issues you had before. I mean, we all remember the Graf Zeppelin incident. We all remember the PR incidents you had before. Don't start another PR one with Giulio. You know how many people are going to get pissed once they see that outside the dev posts? You're going to be dealing with a mindstorm. It's just not a mindstorm. It's just a storm of cancerous forum posts. there's no necessary reason to change Julio the way it is. Because doing so is basically taking a ship that we had for all this time, changing it to something completely unnecessary. There's no reason to have the ship the way it is. It's perfectly fine the way it is. There's no need to change any mechanisms, change any skills, any buffs, no nothing. It's perfectly fine. Now, if there's a ship that was... if that ship was, like, other reasons for it to be that powerful, then maybe, but there's no reason whatsoever. I mean, here's another thing. If it was a ship that was still in testing and they changed its tier, I can understand that. But you already had it out for an extremely long time and decide to change it now, there is no reason whatsoever. People have already played that ship long enough. They know its strengths, they know its weaknesses online, in the game. So, you better have a very good solid reason to do something this foolish, because Julio as it is, yes, it's a very good ship, but it's not as broken as you think it is, because a good destroyer or a good cruiser or a decent battleship player can easily destroy it knowing its strengths and weaknesses. There's no need to play with that ship. Just let it go.
Let it go!
No, none of that stuff. Okay. Anyway, back to, I guess, the last thing we could talk about. Like, there's nothing else like the warships. That's pretty much all my gripes and anger I had to deal with. Let's talk about other stuff, you know? How I've been doing those games we've been playing. Well, eventually I'm going to get myself Kingdom Hearts 3, because, well, I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan and love playing that game, like, religiously. I already finished the entire Ace Combat 7 game. That was awesome. Storyline, I got plot holes in that definitely were a little annoying. But overall, I had fun. So, yeah. Now, the other game I'm thinking of pulling out and buying, because I like this game, but there's times, guys, where I need to take a break, and I like playing this game every single day, for God's sakes. It drives me up the walls enough as it is. Getting in here and playing it every single day, that would be annoying. I need to take another game that gets off my stress. This one gives me a little bit of stress. It's not what I want to come home to. You come back from your day job to actually have fun, not have a headache. So, Anthem from BioWare has been under my eyes, so to speak, keeping an eye on it for some time. I was there when they did the open beta, and that was fun. So, I'm still on the border, but I think I might actually pull that out too, and play. Now, before anybody goes, it's an EA game, they're gonna ruin it, I agree with you on that full-heartedly, that EA might actually shoot themselves in the foot again with this game. But if BioWare keeps it under their shoe and said, this is ours, this is how we want to play it, this is how we want to implement it, and they don't play with this stupid currency stuff and it's only for just visual things, we're fine. That's all you need to the paid stuff. Seasonal items that make the game look good. That's it. That's all you need to do, and people will come in droves to buy things. Or, if EA wants to make a little bit of money, and they really want to keep the thing going, I know the game needs experience for unlocking stuff. Just put in a paid thing for increasing the amount you get per thing. Like, when you go exploring things, when you go do missions out there out of the fort, you get an extra amount of experience if you had this paid subscription or something, just a little bit, like maybe a 5% increasement, and don't make it expensive as hell. You're gonna yourself make a lot of money. That's it, and case closed. But yeah, hopefully I'm thinking of playing that game and playing a couple others off this stream, so off of World of Warships, so you guys might see me in those kind of games. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. The world's still unknown to me, but I hope you guys like my thoughts on real quick 8.0 and all that stuff. If you guys have your own thoughts, write in the comments down below. Honestly, I'm curious to see what you guys thought about the changes they did to carriers and all that stuff. And the hotfix, how it planned out for you if it felt like they actually listened to us. I felt that they did, and they're trying their best to fix the PR that they had to deal with that, because, like I said, it's not perfect. It's not going to be. But at least they're trying to fix the problems that they have. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video as always. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.